My name is Michael Rosenbaum from Smallville. Welcome to the Bugle 6, you nerds.
Hey, buddy, eyes up here.
Never gets old, man.
No, I know, awesome, man. And I had one for Valkyrie too. I was going to surprise you guys with, but unfortunately, Valkyrie could not make it here. I meant to come in doing the pop, 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 pop.
It's an inside joke.
Cannot believe that happened to me in my one video. But you know what? It's all about having fun in this thing, and yeah, I mean, you know, stuff happens. But guys, we got 10 in the house right now already watching. We just started. We're gonna have some fun. There's no news whatsoever. There's some Ghostbusters talk we're gonna talk about. I made a playoff bracket with the Wolfpack. We did it last Wednesday. I have one today as well, but it's not the same thing. It's a little different, so we'll have that to do. I'm going to be doing a giveaway as well for $25 gift card to Sideshow at the end to a member. I think the last time was the Small Soldiers Blu-ray 4K Steelbook whatever pack for anybody. We're going to stick to members only this time. So if you want to become a member real quick, become part of the Brickyard. So you have a chance to win a $25 gift card. It's $2 to join. Is it $2, Adam, or is it $2.99? I don't even know.
It's worth every penny.
It's worth every dang penny.
That's right.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. So yeah, you get some perks. I'm working on more perks. I'm trying to make it. I like what Gio does, you know, like Movie Canon, not to give him too much praise here, but I like what he does. He does a lot of cool stuff with his perks for his channel members. So I'm not trying to copy him, but I'm trying to come up with some unique stuff that you don't see everywhere. So that stuff is coming soon. But in the meantime, guys, if you don't know already, let me pull this up since we are talking about it. The money that I get from you guys for super chats or becoming a Brickyard member, that all goes to giveaways and buying StreamYard. That doesn't go to my figures. I'm not making that much yet. But it pays for StreamYard each month, and it gives you guys a giveaway. I try to do a giveaway at least once a month. I'd like it to be twice a month, but it all just kind of depends on what's going on. So that's why the members get a lot of those giveaways, because a lot of that money comes. So I like to give back. That's what makes our shows fun, is making sure that you guys get something out of it at the end of each episode. But anyways, thank you everybody to the Brickyard. I think there is one new Brickyard member I still have to add here, but thank you guys so much. Having a blast. This is issue number 37. You know, and I realized that issue number 36 was on my 36th birthday. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Like 36 and 36. It was crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
wild.
It was pretty wild. I found that out when I was making the or putting together the stream for last week, even though it didn't happen. So sorry we canceled out on that. But guys, I'm really excited. I have been talking nonstop about figures with so many friends, and I'm just ready to go live with it all and have a blast with my friend, One Adam 12 in the House of Collectibles. Guys, how are you guys doing?
Awesome. How are you? First of all, it was a lot of big news. The big news is Michael Rosenbaum is a Brickyard fan, and we knew he's a nerd because I follow him. Probably the greatest Luther so far.
Yeah, my sister went to school with him, so all I had to do is yeah. So I messaged him, and he doesn't respond all the time. I just said, "Hey, Mike, can you?" Or I'm sorry, Michael. I'm just kidding. It was not that easy. She did not go to school with him. But no matter what, he's definitely the best Lex Luthor. Go ahead, Adam. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah. So so that's awesome video. So a fan of the Brickyard. So Bugle 6.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Yeah, he's called us all nerds. It's worth it. And we're gonna have a good time. I might be lagging a little bit right now. I'm sure it will steady out in a minute. Sorry if I am on your guys' end.
It's
got a lot of people in the house right now. And you know what? It is StreamYard. It's always the person who's hosting. And I never understood that. I was talking about this with the Wolfpack behind the scenes the other day. Usually when you're the host, you get the best service. For example, I always look back at Xbox Live. When you're playing Gears of War and you're the host and you do a chainsaw battle, guess who wins that chainsaw battle when you guys line up? The host every time. Halo is another thing. Like
it's all about that ping.
So I just don't get why the host on StreamYard, either the mic messes up or you get a little laggy once in a while. So hopefully that sorts itself out. If it gets worse, just let me know. I don't care if you guys say it live. I'm already embarrassed enough for some of my videos that I posted out earlier today or this week. But speaking of videos, guys, not to like take it all, but real quick before I actually get to my figures, Mr. Mike Litteris sent me an amazing gift. One of probably the best gift I've ever received. Especially like since I've been YouTubing. But he knows I'm a fan. He knows I'm a fan. He knows I've been wanting to go to the store. And my friend sent me this signed Kevin Smith Clerks DVD.
Wow.
That is awesome.
Super awesome. Okay. And
that's so cool.
Signed Clerks hat as well. So
cool.
What is up? There's also a picture of it being signed.
That's insane.
Like
how cool is that? Mike Litteris, if you're watching now or the replay, whenever you watch, dude, thank you so much. The bottom of my heart. My heart is seriously full right now. Like I could not believe when he sent that. I knew something was coming. I did not know it was going to be that extreme. I also have had a very cool week. I did a review on this guy. Okay, Purple Rain suit. Yes. Yeah, I was doing a mic test, and usually that stuff, I don't know, whatever. And it happened to be in there. But you know what? It's funny. And what do I got? Yeah, I did this guy too. So I put this one out this morning, reviewed him yesterday, put it out this morning. If you guys haven't seen it yet, it's a lot of fun. I don't go crazy on reviewing webs because it's always the same for every Spider-Man, pretty much. And then, hold on. Yeah. And then I don't really, depends on the figure, I'll do more poses. This guy I didn't really do too many poses. I just wanted to talk and have fun. But you guys get anything in recently? Adam, have you received anything? I saw your review.
I just did a review of Inart Aragorn, and ultimately I do like the figure. I mean,
Still
I
have
love
to
the Lord
watch
of the
that.
Rings, but we got a little, I kind of joked that it broke our souls because we were having such a frustrating time putting the belt on Aragorn and just getting him to
I was
stand
wondering
on those
what you
magnetic
meant.
stands. It was like, and there's like the directions. I couldn't follow the direct. There were terrible directions. I guess
Yeah.
there's some
Oh.
video or something that I found out after we filmed it. They is on, but I'm like, come on, like Hot Toys doesn't make me do this.
Right.
Hot Toys
That's
is pretty
the-
straightforward.
That's the one thing about InArt, and I don't have an InArt figure yet, at least until Paul Atreides comes in, and you guys know my stance on that and what figures I'm going for when they arrive, or when they get announced officially. But the one thing I keep hearing is like there's so much setting up you have to do, and I'm not a fan of that. The most I've ever had to do that was with Jack Sparrow. I did not have fun doing that. He's a great figure. He looks amazing. There's a lot of different poses you can do. He looks great on the shelf. The sculpt is great. But like putting on like all the daggers, the sword, and pushing it through that between the belt and his suit, like I don't want to ruin that. And then just all the other little nicks and crannies. And then with artists or InArt, I heard that it's even more crazy. So
it is, and I still don't think I have the belt on completely right, but I'm like,
hey,
all right.
That's how I feel
Good
like
enough.
with Captain America's shield every time, or even Wonder Woman's shield. I have a shield for her, so they literally just hang there on their side. I don't care. It's fine.
I've had a couple break on me. I have a couple different caps. Every single one of them's broken.
Yeah,
see,
I heard
though
the
that is what
straps
should be magnetic.
bad.
Are the straps?
Yeah.
Hopefully they
100%.
fix that with the new one that's coming out.
Yeah, because it there's no way of breaking because it's I mean, I guess the magnet could fall off, but the likelihood of that is a lot less than it snapping. You have something to show us there? Oh,
yeah, I just got not not a 1/6 figure, but I can't. I mean,
badass.
I hope I got to assume that they teased a 1/6, and I'm I would plan on getting that, but this will be with it, and I couldn't resist. It's got crypto.
Yeah, I got one similar to that without crypto. I was at Target one day. I was like, why not? Just get it. Oh, nice.
And then Underground Figures had a sale, so I picked up Shang-Chi and
very cool, man. That is a
Star
very
Wars
underrated movie.
Tusken Raider.
Nice. Yes.
Nice.
OG baby.
So those are our next unboxings. Actually, all three of these.
And I love your shirt, by the way. July is coming up. We have something planned for tonight that will get us pumped for July. So don't you guys worry. Yeah, I'm looking forward to July, boys. It's Jurassic Park first, then Superman, then Fantastic Four, right? In that order?
In the release order, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm super excited, super pumped. Flavio, I know you've been a busy man this week.
Oh, man, don't remind me. Yeah, I've been really busy, bro, and today was a busy day for me. Had a lot of like yard work. It's finally starting to get, good weather around me and Adam too. The rain is disappearing hopefully for a couple of days. So been busy with that, being outside, but I've also been trying to get, all my videos done. Like I told you, I just wrapped up the video right before the stream of this beautiful bad boy here.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Artisan Anakin here. So I'm very, very happy. The only thing is, and Brick, I did ask you about this right before the stream. If anybody is watching, just give me a little bit of insight, because I did watch, Justin's video, and he said it's a height adjustable neck. Now this, it's not doing it for me. Like I can hold the whole figure from up here. It's not like not clicking on there, but I don't know if the neck is long. Like, I don't know if he looks giraffe-y. I don't know if it's just
I think
me.
he looks fine.
I think he does
good
too, but it's like an optical illusion, bro. And then that's bugging me.
I think it's bothering you now because you saw that video.
Exactly.
But still, it would be bothering me too. So, maybe the comments will say something.
I did the video for him, and then I'm wrapping up the video on this bad boy here too.
Ooh, nice.
Miles. So I really love this suit too.
Those figures
And
are so good.
I got
Is that the
black
first
suit.
one or the new one?
No, that's the new one. That's the
Okay.
new Cross the Spider-Verse Miles. And then I have the black suit Toby. Bro, I still haven't even taken him out of the shipper. That's like disrespectful as hell.
Flavio,
And
do you have the first Into the Spider-Verse, Miles?
yeah, he's right there. He's
Okay.
right up
You
there.
don't have
Okay.
Spider-Gwen's the one you don't have, right?
I just don't have Spider-Gwen.
Because
I
you
have,
thought they were gonna, yeah. You and everyone else thought they were gonna announce the new one.
I
Right.
thought they were gonna redo it, so I think I might have to go back, but I don't know. And then I just got this guy
Oh,
on
you got another
Friday.
one?
I got
Oh,
this guy on
nice.
Friday.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
Feral
That came
Predator,
quick
so
for you.
just be
Wow.
on the lookout, bro. I got a lot of freaking
Oh, that came quick
unboxings
for you,
to do,
man. I'm still
Yeah.
waiting on mine.
That's awesome.
Dude, that's another thing. I'm glad you said that. He came quick. Like, pause.
That's
the way
what
that I
she
said that. But out of every figure, literally that you see in this entire collection,
Yeah.
from Sideshow,
Yeah.
this guy shipped on the 17th. I got him on the 20th.
Oh wow. Oh yeah.
Wow.
I don't
That's
even
really fast, especially
understand.
because you're on the East Coast. That was
I
quick.
don't understand, dude. I don't. It's like they like expedited my shipping. I kept telling you, like I thought they
You're
were
like,
gonna
let's.
delay it.
They're like, let's pay extra for Flavio shipping costs so he can get it his in 3 days and not even worry about Brick. Brick can wait another 2 months.
That's kind of how I feel, but then I don't know, like, if it's like, is it costing them money to like not ship the figures out, like, and they're trying to get them out quick? I don't know. I don't know because I know a couple people that said that theirs was delayed. So I'm just happy that I got it that fast. So I got to get that video out for you guys. But other than that,
Awesome.
It's been great.
Awesome.
I will say, if you're a fan of that, I'm looking forward to it. Your take is on the black suit Spidey. I'm not a huge fan of Spider-Man 3, but I love Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, the first two Spider-Man films. But I saw Brick's video today, and like, if you're on the fence, that figure will help you pull the trigger because that looks with the Toby sculpt on. It's not it's not a perfect figure, but it's a really good looking figure.
I was just surprised, and I say this in the review. I was surprised how the suit felt because I didn't have the 1.0, so maybe other people aren't surprised. But I've never seen the 1.0, the first one. So I thought it was going to be coming, and it was going to have that same feeling as the other Toby that came with the Sandman base. I thought it was going to have that same texture in the suit, where it's kind of like the what you see with a lot of other Spider-Mans,
like that waxy.
Yeah. But this was like the clothy, very easy to pose. Like so that helped me out a lot too. I was like, wow, this is great.
I'm glad you brought that up too in the video because it kind of like confirmed it and like reassured me because the whole time that it was out on pre-order, I thought that it was gonna be like that, Brick. I thought it was gonna be more like that, like shiny, like rubbery material. But when you said that it was kind of like the Miles, like where it's all cloth.
Yeah.
I love that they did it that way because, like you said in your video, for articulation, it's gonna really
it helps a lot. But let's go ahead and check in with the chat real quick, guys. I do want to we've been on for 22 minutes. I don't want to rush the show, but I do have family over, so I do want to keep it at that 2 hours. So in order to get our playoff bracket done, I would say we should probably get started at like 1:45. So let's I'm gonna get in with this chat here. We have Mr. X-Man Supreme, a Brickyard member, of course, saying, yo, every time I see that picture, I still want a cigar. And I don't know if you guys watched Jose's stream earlier today. He does a great stream with Marco, and they have like who do you want to have dinner with or have drinks with? If I were to do like cigars with, this guy right here would be on there with me. Of course, Graham the Jedi Knights watch because he's a cigar guy, and I don't know who else in the community likes cigars, but if you two like cigars, come on. Let's have a stogie.
I do, but I don't think that I could hang with you guys like that. I mean,
no.
X-Man looks like he's
I have one. I probably have a total right now of like 4 or 5 a year. So I don't smoke a lot.
That's more than me.
But when Graham and when Jedi and I were doing, and you guys can look it up on YouTube, Simple Diversion. When we were doing that, I was having like,
I love those.
I was having like 2 to 3 a week. I was hurting.
And now that you say
cigars, because we reviewed cigars and whiskey before.
If anybody goes back and watch Simple Diversion videos,
Dude, they're
if you
funny.
guys watch the video
funny.
where the freaking thunderstorm happened, that was so funny.
I didn't know you saw that.
Dude, I love
really
that
funny.
video. That's like amazing.
Oh man, who else we got? We got Fig Poser, my guy. What up though? What is up? Saying inside of Brick. Yes, because of Michael Rosenbaum and the intro there. Inside of You, his podcast I absolutely love, and good to know that I'm not the only one in the community that watches that, because it's a phenomenal podcast.
Great interviews.
Yeah, especially the one with James Gunn when he's talking about the DC.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, Michael Rosenbaum, best Lex Luthor, and Flash. Yes, he is a very, very good Flash animated.
And he said Kevin Smith on there.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. Kevin Smith's been on there. He's had, of course, Tom Welling and Steve Amell. He's had a lot
Robert
of
Patrick.
Yeah. The guy that played Superman and Lois and Clark.
Dean Cain.
Yeah. Yep. Dean. Yep. And we got Mike Litteris, a Brickyard member as well, listening on the drive. Once again, sir, thank you so much for the beautiful gifts. I might actually get like a frame or something and somehow put that all on the wall. I don't know, but I got to figure something out because that's cool. Phil to Burn in the house as well, if it lets me pull this up. There we go. Brickyard member also. Hello, folks. And later on, he goes to say, where's my name? Because his name wasn't on there. I'll get your name on there for sure. Yeah, Flavio saying what's up to the chat. Who else do we have in the house? We got the movie canon in the house as well. Hello, collectors. My friend Gio, I am sorry I was not able to make your stream yesterday and watch it live. I did watch a little bit this morning, but I do apologize. I usually try to make it and you know, have fun in the comments with you guys. So I apologize I wasn't able to make that. I felt bad. Let's see. Oh, speaking of apologizing, Mr. Valkyrie with being a Brickyard member and also a $10 super chat. Thank you, sir. You are the best. Sorry I couldn't make it today. I love Lex doing the intro. Yes, the best Lex Luthor doing the intro. Had to get ready, and I heard he's also going to be in the Superman movie. I hope I'm not doing any any spoilers, but nobody knows what he's going to do. He's probably got like 5 seconds in the movie, but yeah. So, Mr. Valkyrie, this one is for you right here. There it is.
Thank you. In this time in my life, in this moment.
Boy, this is really overwhelming. Sorry, okay. My voice is also a little gone. Whatever.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you as always. Who else do we have in the chat? I'm skipping some of these just so we can get through. Sorry, guys. We got Jose plus a moderator to the channel. Yard work? I saw you hanging by the pool.
Hey, I was at the pool earlier this morning because my wife had to go to a bridal shower. So we got like 2 hours in, barely got sunburnt, and then
see, this guy considers the pool yard work. There you go. Jose, great stream earlier, by the way.
Me out there.
We got Blurred Dad Life in the house as well. Evening, everyone. Good evening. Who else do we have in the house? Let's see. Everyone kind of just Mike Litteris. Yes, I knew you smoked cigars. Duh. You would be another one, sir. Get all the Wolverine friends over. One day we're just all gonna have to meet up in Wisconsin, or shoot, you know, East Coast, doesn't matter. But we're gonna have to meet up. Let's see. Jose saying, Mike. Okay, guys. There's nothing to talk about yet. We have so much to talk about. So I'm gonna start with the most important thing. And we are going to talk about the Ghostbusters. Okay. Now, remember, guys, we do have a $25 Sideshow gift card for members at the end of the stream. So if you guys want to become a Brickyard member in the meantime, go ahead and do that. We also are going to be doing a playoff bracket of some sort. So be ready for that. Let's go ahead and talk about the Ghostbusters. Blitzway's Ghostbusters, that is limited to 1,500 units. This is version 2. You can see Slimer here, and I was told and I heard that this 4-pack sold out in like 60 seconds.
It
Is
did,
that
bro.
true?
Yeah,
That's
that's what I
dude,
hear.
crazy.
In a minute, like literally a
is
minute.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Facts.
Man.
That makes it literally, and you know, me and D'Lo were talking about before we get too into it, but just to goes to show that makes artisan drops look like nothing compared to what happened with this.
Oh
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, and I think it's because it's so limited and people saw what the first, version 2 or the 1.0s, whatever you want to call it, how much they sold for afterwards and how long ago that was, that people were like, oh, this is my chance to either buy the figures and keep them or, screw everyone else and sell them for $5,000. One of the two. But whatever floats your fancy. That's fine. But are you guys getting these? Were you guys lucky enough? Were you guys going for it? I'll start with you, Adam.
I went on there and at 2 minutes, 5 minutes after 9, and stayed on till about 10 after 9. Didn't get through. Obviously, if it was 60 seconds after 9, I wouldn't have gotten through. And I tried for both the 4-pack and the 3-pack, thinking that I'll just get Egon separately. And wasn't able to get through. I do really like Ghostbusters is my favorite comedy of all time. It's probably just as well I didn't get on, because maybe I was going a little bit FOMOing on this. The head sculpts for me, I think Ray's is a really good one. I'm not crazy, and Spangler is a good one. I don't think Venkman is that good.
Same.
Here's the other thing where I'm on this. I'm starting to run out of space because I have I have 19 pre-orders, like in total, like things.
Well,
either through Sideshow or through Underground.
Have you seen what's behind you? Look at all that stuff.
I know, and
that amazing
I have
work of art behind you.
What you don't see on the other side of the DeLorean is there's like the bottom row, and listen, we all know the bottom row. The bottom row is who gets evicted. Who gets ultimately evicted to the bottom row. And I'm not ready yet, to evict any of the current figures for the Ghostbusters. Now, eventually, someone's getting evicted, right? But I don't think the Ghostbusters, and much as I love it, they don't outweigh Star Wars or Marvel or Batman. So, or Terminator, let's say.
That's kind of how I feel. That's kind of how I feel with some other, like Harry Potter, for example. I'm a big fan of Harry Potter, but do I really want to buy all these Harry Potter figures and push Batman to the side? But yeah, I agree. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So, I know I think they're still available individually. Maybe down the road, I might pick them up. I don't know. I think I'm probably out on this one. I think because it's like, and I think I was talking. I see Graham's on here. I know I was talking with him, and I've seen on the Jerry Night's Watch. That you really got to think hard about your collecting journey down the road and what your priorities are, what's most important to you. And for me, it's Star Wars, it's Marvel, and Batman, and then a few odds and ends here and there, like the Terminator or Predator, RoboCop. But I'm gonna have to pass on this one, as much as I love it.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I came I was 50-50 for a while, and then when time was getting closer, I was really considering it. I was like, you know what? I think the NRD was like 100, maybe a little more than that. And I was like, you know what? Why not? And then I thought it was in the morning, and I was wrong. And all of a sudden last night, everyone's like, oh, it's up. Oh, it's gone. I was like, oh, well, something was telling me not to do it. So there you go. But Flavio, I know you got these.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I definitely did. And first, before I even get into any of it, I'm happy for everybody that, was able to get them, whenever they went up. for me, I'm just grateful. That's the biggest thing that I can say. I'm grateful to have the opportunity, to be able to buy them because um, since the beginning of, me getting into the hobby, you know, I feel like as a new collector, you learn more about hot toys and then, you start getting more curious and then you branch out on like other companies, but you somewhat don't pull the trigger, but you know about them. And I knew
Mhm.
about the 1.0s like pretty early on, when I got into the hobby and they were unattainable. Like, not that they were unattainable, but they were just something that I did not see myself spending, that kind of money on. They're going for like 3 or 4 grand on eBay.
Right.
And, I think some of those prices are even used. So I just always was like, damn, I wish I could get these, I would love to be able to have these. I love the Ghostbusters. I love the movies. I think they're funny, like, Adam said. I love watching them too, kind of like around the fall, like, for Halloween, and they always kind of get me into that mood.
Oh yeah.
And I remember people, well, even then, like, Present Toys did it, third parties have done them, and I was just always like, don't know if like I wouldn't feel right because I know I want the Blitzway version. So I remember, them teasing it, people talking about it, and I was like, this has got to be BS. Like this is really gonna happen. Like at this day and age. So I was just, staying on it, trying to, figure out all the news that I could hear about, the release and when it was happening. And I was lucky enough to get it. I did not get it through Blitzway though. I ended up getting it through another retailer, and I actually bought it like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I pre-ordered it because shout out to Connor from Hot Toys Hotline. He did me a solid, man. Like he definitely hooked me up. Me and D'Lo actually got it from the same place. And it was a deal that I could not pass up whatsoever. Um, and I was like, you know what? I know that this release is gonna be tooth and nail,
Right.
and I know it's gonna be an issue. I don't want to put my back against the wall. I'm just gonna pre-order now. As long as I
Yep.
knew that it was, a legit, pre-order, I was all in. I was aware that Sugo Toys, I don't know if you know about them, they're overseas. I think at the beginning of this month or last month, they went up for pre-order on there, and that's what kind of made me a little bit skeptical about buying it, not from officially from Blitzway, because I think there were certain retailers that were putting up the 1.0, almost like they did a rerun right before they did the 2.0.
Okay.
And I was super worried about that. I was super worried about putting my money into something and me getting the older version.
Yeah.
But Connor knows his stuff. We trusted him, and it's definitely the 2.0 special pack. I got all 4 of them, with the Glizzy Gobbler, for Slimer.
Yes. Are
So
you getting an Ecto one?
there you like this is my thing. I have the DeLorean. I have the '89 Batmobile right here. My vehicles that I always pictured of having was the DeLorean. They did that. They did the part two because I was gonna go back and get the from the first movie.
Yeah.
And they miraculously did the one from the second movie, and I was like, sure, oh my God, like that's my favorite one, the flying one. So I went and got that. They redid the '89 Batmobile, and Jazz Inc. did it too. I ended up, getting lucky and getting that from Hot Toys. And I always wanted an Ecto One, bro. Like out of all the vehicles, I think that's like my most, famous or favorite, like iconic looking vehicle, I think, in movies. Besides, the Batmobile. And it's just so expensive, to be
Yeah.
honest. If you look for it right now, it's going for stupid money. They have the Afterlife. There was a couple times, earlier this year that I was gonna pull the trigger on it, on the Afterlife. Um, because funny enough, I actually do like that movie. Like, I know a lot of people
Yeah,
don't
it's
really
fine.
like that movie,
Yeah, it's a
but
decent movie.
I
Yeah.
actually enjoyed it for what it was, and I like that version of the Ecto One, like the weathered effects,
Sure.
the chair that slings out and all of that. So my whole reasoning with, you know, pre-ordering this, besides loving, you know, the movies, is I have a very high inkling that I think that Ecto 1 is gonna get remade. And
Yeah.
It
I want to
definitely
put
could.
I want to put myself ahead. I want to put myself ahead of the game, because me wanting the Ecto 1 without having the figures was one thing, but now having the figures, you know,
Yep.
coming in,
Well,
and then
and then by
possibly
the
being
time the
able to,
Ecto 1 is announced, these figures will either be at home or be paid off or whatever. And you don't have to worry about paying off two big, you know, purchases.
Exactly. So
yeah,
I'm
that's
just
awesome.
super happy, and you know, I don't know anything about Blitzway. Like, I never owned any of their stuff. I just know from what we've spoke about them in the community and, you know, people's experiences, they are very, you know, one-off-ish. They don't
Yep.
really, you know, remake their figures. So the fact that they're doing this is just like crazy. You know what I mean? It's like they're doing it for the culture.
Yeah,
But, you know, they look amazing. They really do.
they do.
And
They
dude, the
really
proton
do.
packs light up, bro. Like, I can't wait to see this in person. I'm just
Yeah, that's
worried because, you know, Hot Toys is all I know. Like, besides having the in-art Joker 2-pack, and you know, I wasn't really a fan of that, but I'm happy with Hot Toys. But is Blitzway gonna be like, you know, fragile? Like, are they just kind of like Hot Toys? I mean, me and D'Lo spoke about it, you know, last night and stuff, and he kind of reassured me that, you know, everything's gonna be fine. But I'm excited to finally review them, like when I get them in hand, and you know, see it for myself. You know.
yeah.
They're,
Yeah,
they're
that's for sure. I'm
promoting
excited
that.
for you.
They're promoting that Ecto 1 there and all these things.
Mhm.
That tells me they're coming out with the 2.0.
It's
Yeah, it's
gotta
coming.
happen. It's
Yeah.
gotta happen, dude.
They're not
It's
leaving that
coming.
money on the table.
That's
No
my
way.
hope. But I mean, just really quickly, I know I'm you know,
Oh, you're fine.
I'm glazing the hell out of this, you know, release, but I agree kind of with the Venkman. Like, I'm not too much a fan of the screaming sculpt, like the kind of like the picture that they showed where like they kind of 360 the head. It looks kind of weird, but I'm all in because that's an iconic look. The stands, you know, with the dangling cigarette, that's iconic as hell.
Yeah.
I actually really do like
Yeah.
Spangler's head sculpt. Like, he's one of my my
Yeah.
favorite ones. He's always been like one of my like favorite. Like, he's there's something about him that I like. And Zetamore like is just he's the guy that everybody is. You know what I mean? He came in after the fact, and you know, he's just as much a Ghostbusters as the rest of them.
Yeah.
And I'm just happy like they didn't make the 1.0, you know, lose its value because they changed it up a bit. It's kind of dirty, you know. I feel like that they gave it, you know, to the special 4-pack only those head sculpts and not all of them, but that's after the fact. I didn't even know that they were doing 3 in single packs until just yesterday. So that tells me that they were trying to make the 4-pack more exclusive and push people to want that. You know what I mean? If they would have gave you all those other sculpts in the
Yeah,
other
and
ones,
then you could buy them all separately and everything. So
exactly.
I wish you can get a Slimer by himself.
But bro, did you know that it's rotating eyes too?
For Slimer?
Wow.
For all of them, for all the sculpts.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And
That's
it's
cool.
magnetic bases. I just found
Yeah.
that out last
Wow.
night. I didn't
That's
even know
crazy.
that.
They're magnetic bases on those like really thin
Yeah.
bases. I think they could have done a little better on the bases, but you know.
I
whatever.
agree. And D'Lo did say that too last night. Shout out to D'Lo. I know I keep shouting him out, brother D'Lo.
Yeah,
but
you love him. It's fine.
that's my boy. That's my boy. That's my brother. My brother from another mother, for real. But the bases, he always has said that Blitzway, from what he knows, Blitzway skimps out and kind of goes cheap on the bases. So I'm kind of interested to see how the magnetic bases go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
in that video that you were playing there, that's on the Blitzway website, they're on magnetic bases there, I believe. But in the solicitation photos, there's a post in the back, so it's kind of like
Okay.
you don't know, but
Yeah. Interesting.
I would just hope for the magnetic bases. I have the InArt Heath Ledger Joker 2-pack. And then I have, as you know, mentioned the Aragorn. I also have Rocky on the steps of Philadelphia Art Museum, and that's the Slice Stone Shop. It's Caustic Plastic who does that figure, and that's a magnetic base. That's a very good magnetic base. So I hope they take a page and
that
reverse
is
engineer
magnetic
what.
based.
Yeah, and
That
it's
is too.
really good magnetic, unlike what InArt does. Which
The
are not
InArt one is bad. Like I don't even want to be that guy. Like the InArt Joker 2-pack, I did it because it was the first of its kind. It was their first figure. I actually never had any problems with him, mind you. Like he's been standing there, but I'm not going crazy with him. He's just standing there. But I don't like the way that, the feet are only supposed to be right there on that specific point. Now
Right.
they're doing it where you can separate it. I personally always said they should separate it wide and let you go like this too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like make almost like a cross track, and then you can move the magnet however. But I'm excited to see how they do these bases, but I'm also excited to see how Hot Toys executes their magnetic base with their, with their Black Widow and their Captain America and all their
That'd be
artisan
interesting.
figures. So
I forgot about that.
I don't want to be a fanboy, but I think Hot Toys is going to give us the strongest magnets out of everybody. And I think you're going to be able to like go like that and the figure's going to stay, but we don't know. We got to wait.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll
Hot Toys
see.
is doing some new engineering with their instead of just a crotch grabber or the waist clamp. I know with
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, there's that
Ankle
leg grabber, ankle grabber.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're trying to do
Yep.
some new things.
Right.
Yeah, they're always on top of it when it comes to that and coming
They
up with
go.
new stuff. And then everybody kind of tries to copy. The only thing I don't like, and I brought it up in my latest video, is the way their head sculpts are connecting to the neck now or the
Ooh.
body. Like I cannot stand that. You get the
No.
eyes just right, you put the head sculpt on, and all of a sudden that neck just pushes the
It's-
eyes all the way up. It's like, come on.
I'm not a
Like,
fan of it
you can't
either,
have that.
but
It's a pain.
from the first one that I seen, out of every figure that I got, and it was just a double ball peg, for the neck. It was never an issue. It was that's what they were for 1/6 scale figures, and we
Yeah.
get this plastic clip. From the first day, I was like, this is a proprietary clip. This is because they see all these, companies, third-party companies, custom people, making better sculpts for their figures. And what they want you to do is only use their head sculpts. It's just like iPhone. It's just like the, adapters and the cables. It's proprietary, and it's literally trying to cut out any money that they're losing on the table. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's period.
It's a good
Right.
point. Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, guys, speaking of Hot Toys, all of these are going to have a rolling eye system, and these have to be coming. Do you think, and just to make it really quick, I think we all know and believe, and I think the chat does too, that Hot Toys will make all 4 of these in these suits and whatnot. Now they could pull Guardians of the Galaxy on us and we get like 3 out of 4 of them, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to get all 4. I'm excited. But do you think that all 4 of them get announced by, let's say, the end of July?
I think it's a mistake for their sales if they don't announce these all at once.
Yeah.
Or in the course of like a week. Maybe they want to stretch it out a week or two, because there's a lot of let's just look at Deadpool and Wolverine. They teased they teased Gambit, and they teased Elektra, and they still haven't produced those figures.
Man.
I think you mentioned Guardians of the Galaxy. They teased Drax, and they teased Mantis in the team suits, and they never came out with those figures.
Well, and that just hurts the sales on the ones that they put out too. Like that's going to hurt Blade sales and X-23, because you're not going to be able to have the 4 resistance.
Exactly. So this is the Fantastic Four.
Yep.
So
I love that shirt.
It makes sense to announce these all at once, and it would be a smart move because
or at least all within a couple weeks, right? Like you have to.
Yeah. Well, it's like the Ghostbusters. People want, I think most people want all 4 Ghostbusters, and you don't just want Spangler, or you just don't want Venkman. People need all of them. So I think you got to announce these all at once.
Yeah, I think you got to announce all these at once too. I agree. I mean, yeah, like I said though, like I understand if you don't announce them all in one night, but like throughout a couple weeks. So let's say let's say what this movie comes out the 22nd or 27th, something like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's say that you know, they announce, you know, one figure in the week before the movie, and then by the week of the movie, the ending of that week, they announce the fourth figure. Like I think they have to do that. Because it will hurt the sales. But what do you say, Flavio? You think all these are announced by, or you think they should be announced by the end of July?
Yeah, I think we'll definitely see it after the movie's out already.
Okay. So you
I
think more
don't.
August?
No. I think probably, maybe 2 or 3 weeks after the movie's already been out. I'd say probably the week of, but I think they want to give people time to watch the
Okay.
film. So I say give it like 2 or 3 weeks. Or also, I think it's gonna be like a Deadpool and Wolverine kind of situation, and
Sure.
they're gonna like, slowly, bring them
Yeah.
in. But
Yeah, because
there's
there
no
might
way.
even be some cameos in here.
Yeah, there's no way that they're
Where
not making all four though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they got to make all four. I'm excited, man. I really am. I have never been this excited for a Fantastic Four movie.
Right.
I'm just excited for July. And
Yeah.
speaking of July, we also have Superman, which everyone knows I'm super excited for. And real quick, before we get to our game, this new poster, pretty sick, shows all the characters at the bottom, like the big characters, except for Supergirl. We know Supergirl is going to be a cameo. You know for sure we're going to get a Superman figure with Crypto. Okay, if it doesn't come with Crypto, that's the biggest mistake ever. Do you guys think that there will be any other figures that we get from this line?
Yeah, I think this is $1 billion film, or more, and I do think it's going to be. I think it has a good chance of being $1 billion film. I think you're going to see. I'm not sure if they're the Justice League yet or who they are, but I think you're going to see Guy Gardner. I think you see Hawkgirl. I think Lex Luthor, Mr. Terrific. Yeah, I think you have and certainly Supergirl.
That'd be really
sure.
cool if we actually got a Lex Luthor. That'd be cool. But what about you, Flavio? You think we get more in Superman?
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll definitely get Superman and Crypto as a double pack. I think we're gonna, probably see Luthor as well. I think we'll see Mr. Fantastic too. Well, what is that? Is that Hawkgirl?
Mr. Terrific.
Mr.
Or
Terrific.
Mr. Terrific.
And that is
sorry.
Hawkgirl. Yeah, that's Hawkgirl.
Yeah. I think we'll see them at least, but I really don't know, about everybody else. But
Ooh, a Lois would be sick. I don't think it's
That
gonna
would be cool.
happen, but it would be really, really cool. And I love the way how much chemistry the actors have on like during these interviews. They're perfect. They're awesome.
So Brick, since this is your most anticipated film, and us not knowing,
It's probably my most anticipated film since No Way Home. I'm
Right.
so excited.
And with that being said, I mean, I know me and you have bounced around ideas left and right, for months on end now at this point.
Yep.
On paper here, now that we're live, what would be a serviceable, release for Superman for you? Like accessories, without knowing anything, accessories. What would be a flop to you, like if it wasn't included,
Crypto would definitely be a flop. Having a pretty sick base would be a flop if they didn't have
You want like
a
a
nice
like a
base.
diorama base?
Yeah, kind of like what they did with Christopher Reeve, his Superman. It doesn't have to
Yep.
be like that, but at least a good base. We need Crypto. We need those laser eyes. It would be really cool, which I don't think we'll get, but a second head sculpt with like, I don't know if you guys saw on the trailer, but like when he uses the laser eyes, he's got like those burn marks around his eyes for a while.
Right.
So that would be really cool touch. Maybe a couple different capes, but if we only get the one cape, whatever, but
Right.
but I also think it's a flop if all we get is Superman.
True.
You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
think
we
we should at
definitely need
least have
Crypto.
something, at least one thing to go with him, whether it's Mr. Terrific, a Lex Luthor, a Supergirl, which I could see them doing a Supergirl, even though she only has a cameo. let's not BVS, man. Wonder Woman came in, and we got a figure from BVS, so of Wonder Woman. Now she had a bigger part than just a quick cameo, but I could see it happening. But yeah,
the two other figures I can see is a Clark Kent, and I don't know if he's Kelix in this, Kelix, or it's just I don't know what Superman's robots. I'm not sure what they're called.
That's right.
I can easily see that's like
robots.
You don't have to get a likeness of an actor in that. So to me, that's like a classic Hot Toys thing.
That's
and they could probably
man.
army build. They could sell a few of those.
You could do different numbers.
Yeah,
at least 2 different ones, like a 4 and a 12.
That would be awesome. But if they do that, we definitely need Hu Yang.
Yeah.
Like, where the hell is this guy
they're
at?
gonna have right. But they definitely have personalities in this movie. So people might be like, oh no, if they make a robot, I'd probably just one. But then they all have different personalities and names. So what if 4 and 12? True. But X-Man saying X-Men is what I'm excited for. I'm looking forward to what's coming before that. But I need X-Men, and they just got their director right for X-Men. Did you guys hear about that?
The guy from Thunderbirds. Or Thunderbolts.
Yes, Thunderbolts. Yep. Yeah, Thunderbirds. That's an awesome show.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's cool. I like that. He's also saying, but also we have to consider oversaturation. Exactly. There are so many announcements. How much do we actually want and need from this movie when we consider everything else announced and
That's
on
true.
the way? I think it just that's very true. I think it just depends how good this movie is. And yeah. We're not really oversaturated after last week. Let's be honest. Nothing.
It could be the summer blockbuster though too. So you know what I mean. They
this
might
could very well. Yeah, this could very well be. Right. But I'm excited for this.
You know what I hope they do though. One more thing.
Yeah.
I hope that they make the art box like they did the Reeves, like the logo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That would be badass, right? I mean, it's just the box, right? At the end of the day, but it would be a nice touch,
Dude, it's crazy how much like boxes, right? Like the art boxes. I really like the art boxes, but then I just store them in the closets and never see them again. But they're a lot of them are really awesome. Low-key Collector, what is up?
Hey, Calvin.
What is up, my friend? How's it going, Calvin?
Bro?
Thank you for joining us. We're about to play a game, and then we're going to do a $25 sideshow giveaway for members. So stick around. We're going to have fun. We're doing a playoff bracket. And now that we are at that moment, hey, real quick, Blur Dad Life became a YouTube member. When I'm setting up the giveaway, my good sir, do not let me forget to add you to it. I will do that here in a minute, but thank you so much for joining the Brickyard. Let me give you a nice little thank you.
Thank you. In this time in my life, in this moment.
Boy, this is really overwhelming. Sorry, okay. My voice is also a little gone. Whatever.
Thank you.
I am overwhelmed.
Thank you.
Oh man, good stuff. Thank you so much, Blurred Dad Life. Okay, had to make it official. I hear you. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and play a playoff bracket. I had 64 movies in here. Okay. Unfortunately, I was only able to add. Let's see here. Hopefully, I didn't click the wrong. Okay. I was only able to add I had 66. I was only able to add 64. So what these are pretty much every single Marvel movie, minus 2 now. Because I wasn't able to put them in. But they're 2, I think Eternals is one of them. It's like, okay, whatever. And then there's another one. But we're going to figure out, guys, and I want the chat to be involved too. I want the chat to have some fun with us. It depends, my good sir. Brick, will you get the whole Fantastic Four? I think I am. But if the movie's really bad, I probably won't. But I think I will. Before
we get into this, believe it or not, I keep seeing a ton of promo for the vehicle too, I have a feeling that they're gonna do the Fantastic car.
That would be sweet, actually.
It might be a stretch, but I think they're gonna do it. Like there's something about it.
That would be really, really cool. I hope they do. That would be tempting, especially if because it looks awesome.
Well, you got to think about it. Every other Fantastic Four movie, like, was it really that good? And this one, it being, great, they might milk everything out of it,
Right.
I think Herbie the robot is a possibility as an accessory.
I think he's coming with
that would be
riffers.
really. I was not thinking about that.
He's definitely
really
getting
cool.
made. He's like a droid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely. He might be his own. Who never know?
That's possible.
Yep. But guys, we have 64 movies to go through a playoff bracket. 64 Marvel movies to figure out what is the best Marvel movie. Now, how is this going to work? If it's 2 against 1, that one goes through. And if the chat is really angry, we can always go back. We'll figure it out. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But chat, definitely be involved. Round 1. Some of these we can go quicker than others. Some of them we can talk more about it. But we do have 64 to go through. But guys, first round is the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire versus the 2005 Fantastic Four. What do you guys think is a better film?
I think Spider-Man is by far the better film. And that movie, along with the first X-Men, you wouldn't have the MCU today if it wasn't for those 2 movies. And I think it's Spider-Man to me. I think you guys were a little bit younger at the time, but when that came out in 2002, it was just after 9/11, and I just remember like just feeling, so down. The country was so down. In such a depressed state. And I'm not saying like this movie lifted up America and we all felt, no, but it was something to look up to. And I just felt like I felt good seeing it afterwards. It came at the right time.
Dude, it was so good. It still is, but it was.
I still love this movie.
Yeah.
I love the soundtrack too.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a very good movie.
Say that a hero.
I was waiting for you to do it, man.
Start a band. That was pretty good, dude. Like, wow. Okay.
I was waiting.
Okay, Flavio, do you agree? I'm guessing.
Brick.
I can't see you right now. Hold on. Yeah. Yep. You agree. I got you.
Like, come on, bro.
I agree too. We're gonna click that one
Spider-Man
through.
fans, bro.
There we go. Spider-Man is through. Fantastic Four is out. Up next, we got Captain America: Brave New World, which recently came out this year, versus Deadpool and
You're making
Wolverine.
this really easy.
Well, it's easy at first. Okay, it's gonna get hard. Are we all gonna agree on Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yes,
absolutely.
Okay. So we'll make that one a quick one. Okay, I made this one a little like, okay, Daredevil or Elektra. I think I know who's gonna win this one, but like it came around the same time. They're related. Flavio.
I mean, I didn't really like this Daredevil movie, but I still think the Daredevil movie was better.
I agree with Flavio.
However, I actually did like this movie. I would give it at least C+.
It's not that I didn't like it. It's just like, I don't know. Ben Affleck wasn't it for me. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
All right, now we got Doctor Strange versus Wolverine.
Damn.
A lot of people said Daredevil for that one as well.
I gotta go with
so easy.
Now I love Hugh Jackman. He's the GOAT Wolverine.
Facts.
This wasn't the best Wolverine movie. So I gotta go as a film. I gotta go with Doctor Strange.
Same. Yeah. And
I think I will go Doctor Strange as well. But we do have someone saying the Wolverine.
Ooh, I love that picture too.
I know, isn't that cool? Yeah. Strange all day for me. We will push Strange through. All right, up next we have Captain Marvel versus Iron Man 3.
You sure you weren't making this easy?
Oh, it's easy at first.
Iron Man 3
at first. What? No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I was gonna say,
Go
bro,
ahead,
what?
Adam. I don't know. This one's actually kind of tough for me, but
Iron Man 3 is not one of my favorites. But I think Captain Marvel was $1 billion movie, but it was just that hype after Infinity War.
It was the hype after Infinity
War. It was
War.
Totally the hype. And
you look at the movies in between,
yeah,
or before and after, like, man.
Okay, all right.
At the end of the day, the thing I like about Captain Marvel is the flirkin. I like that cat.
Yeah,
I like
too.
But I gotta go with
the whole
Iron Man 2.
90s. I like the whole like 90s feel as well.
Soundtrack was
dropping
good.
in a blockbuster. The soundtrack.
Yeah.
I like the cat.
Yeah,
I like the
Nirvana.
cat, but I didn't like the. I mean, I understand why they did it. Like, you know what I mean? They couldn't use Wolverine, but it always bugged me knowing that that's not actually how,
Yeah.
his eye got scratched. But
Oh yeah.
So
I think I'm gonna go Iron Man 3 as well, though.
I am too, for the two reasons why I liked Ben Kingsley in this role, and I think as a part of the Infinity Saga, it was very important. As Iron Man post First Avengers, this dude's going through major PTSD, and that plays a role later on in the rest of the saga. So if you watch it as part of that soap opera of the Infinity Saga, it's actually a very important film.
Yeah.
yeah,
I actually kind of enjoyed it. I would say it's like the middle of the pack of MCU movies. I actually somewhat enjoyed it though.
I liked it too. Like I was gonna say like Iron Man 3 easy for me, but like I do love the fact like how, you know what I mean, like the scene when she went to the Blockbuster, it was kind of like, like she was kind of like being in our world, so to speak. And I kind of like, seeing Agent Cole in it too. Like I think that was, definitely a dope part in the movie.
Right. Blurred Dad Life saying, I didn't like the story about Nick's eye in Captain Marvel.
That's right.
Yeah. I did like those oh my gosh, I forgot what those aliens were called, but I liked that whole thing. That was pretty cool. But I'm gonna go Iron Man 3. We'll push Iron Man 3 through.
I forget the names too.
And next up, we have this one's kind of hard for me. No Way Home.
This one.
No Way Home versus the Amazing Spider-Man. The first Amazing Spider-Man. I'll go first on this one.
I already know what you're gonna say.
Oh, Scrolls. Thank you.
Scrolls, yes.
I don't think you do, because as much as I love Andrew Garfield and I think he's the GOAT, I do feel like No Way Home is a better film because it still has Andrew Garfield.
Put me big
in it.
screen.
Hold up. And here we go.
He thinks No Way Home is better than his boy Garfield. We gotta check his temperature. I did not expect that. Holy crap.
You got to know though, like Andrew Garfield is in No Way Home, and the thing that happened with No Way Home is everyone, I don't care who you are, everyone I ever talked to, you can say what you want now, I'm sorry, but everyone who I talked to was always shitting on Andrew Garfield. I literally fought for Andrew Garfield for like a decade. Okay, and everybody just thought that I liked to like be the opposite. Then No Way Home came in. Andrew Garfield stole the show. I'm sorry, but he did. All the girls loved him, thought he was the cute one. Andrew Garfield, he stole the show as showing himself as being the best Spider-Man and funny and all of that. It was great. But I also think in No Way Home, the story was very good. Tom Holland grew on me, and I am now a big fan of Tom Holland, and it took until this movie to appreciate Tom Holland. I give the win to No Way Home. What say you guys?
I agree.
Yeah, totally agree. And
Okay.
I'm one of the ones who did shit on Garfield until this movie. So
Me too.
So
I was
agree.
just gonna say it wasn't until this movie that I gave him his flowers, and it was when he was in the home and he was like, what, like, yeah, and he goes on the ceiling, like,
yeah,
I love Andrew Garfield.
He got treated so poorly, but No Way Home goes through. Okay, this one's tough. First X-Men versus Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Adam, I'll start with you this time.
This is a very tough one because I loved Into the Spider-Verse, and this is an Academy Award winning film. First Marvel film to ever win an Academy Award, I believe.
Wow.
Now, X-Men is the first you had Blade movies before that, but they're a little more niche. I think Blade's a little more of a niche character. I think X-Men was a huge comic book series for decades, and this really, you wouldn't have the MCU if it wasn't for the first X-Men movie.
It's true.
And great cast. I love this movie. I think you got to go with you got to go with Into the Spider-Verse because that movie won the Academy Award.
Okay.
Interesting. I think it's because it's an excellent film.
All right, Flavio.
Well, I really, I grew up watching, this movie too, the X-Men movie. I loved, all the characters and seeing what's her name as this chick. Now I'm drawing a blank.
Which movie are you talking about?
Rebecca Romaine.
X-Men.
Mystique,
yes. I always loved this movie, like, not gonna lie, like, I always thought it was a good movie. I watched it so many times growing up. And X-Men, I'm very sorry, hope you still love me here after this, but I'm a Spider-Man fan, and get out of here.
What's up, Hot Toys Hotline, my friend? Who you got?
I personally love, Into the Spider-Verse so much. I honestly put it up there, with a lot of the live action Spider-Man films.
Yeah.
I think, kind of like Adam was saying, it won a lot of awards, and I just think it broke the barrier for animated movies being great. Not just being good, but being great. Like, this movie, the animation style, whatever you say, might be catered towards kids or whatever, but I feel like this is just as much a child or adult fit for adults. Like,
totally,
they did so good, and I loved the culture that was embedded in it. I loved, seeing New York, like being from New York, and just seeing the real life, adversities that Miles had to deal with, and just the everyday life of being in the city, bro. Like, I feel like this movie
the story with his Uncle Aaron and his dad, and then
amazing,
Spider-Gwen
bro.
and Peter Parker. Like, how many relationships do you care about in that film? It's crazy. But
this is one of those movies that if I was stranded on an island and there was only a couple movies I could watch for the rest of my life, this might be one of those movies, because it's just every time I watch it, I feel good, and I love watching it. It's a good kickback. So
well, X-Men, I do want to say, I'm going to say Into the Spider-Verse as well. And here's the reason why. X-Men movie is fantastic, but it's going up against not only one of Marvel's best movies, but one of the best animated movies of all time, in my opinion.
Yes.
And to me, this is not even the best X-Men movie. This might be third or fourth.
Totally agree.
And so, if Spider-Verse can't beat this X-Men, then I mean, come on, but I loved X-Men, this movie, when it first came out, and
me too.
I would say X2 is probably my favorite. I think somebody else said that. And then hotline. I think we'll push Spider-Verse through. Don't worry, X-Men. There's like 20 other X-Men movies on here. Okay. We got Deadpool 2 versus Black Panther. Flavio, you can go first this time. We'll take
Dang, yo. Now this is the same shit that you were doing with that other game, bro. Like, you like to, do messed up stuff, bro. And now it is getting hard because... I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna go with Black Panther, bro. I'm gonna go with Black Panther and Wakanda Forever, first of all. You feel me? But
we got 19 in the house. Hit the like.
Chadwick Boseman, he was great. I think he is one of those actors that I don't think that anybody can, reprise that role and do great in it. Like, I don't want nobody else to do that. I'll be perfectly fine if they did a full deep fake movie.
Right.
I love that we finally got to get a view of Wakanda in the MCU. The way that Ryan Coogler directs his movies is just bar none. I think he does a great job with, making the films. And I loved,
Sinners all
everything
day.
about, yeah, I love the story behind it. Also having, what's this guy's name now that I'm drawing a blank to?
Which guy?
He was just in Sinners, bro.
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan. I think he was great in this as well. And I enjoy all the Deadpool films, but 2 is not my favorite one. So that is easily an easier choice for making me pick Black Panther.
Yeah.
That makes
What
sense.
about? Or I guess I'll go next. I'm gonna choose Black Panther as well. I love Deadpool 2, but I think it's the weakest out of the trilogy. So I'm gonna go with Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Let's go. Before we get to you, Adam, Black Panther, first comic book movie nominated for Best Picture.
Yep.
Adam,
Yep.
what say you, my friend? Are you gonna...
Yeah, I really like Deadpool too, but like you said, I agree. That's out of the 3 Deadpools, that's the least of them. Black Panther, from start to finish, you have a top-notch movie. I mean, the intro to that, where it's in Oakland back in the was it late
You got
'80s,
the
early
kids playing
'90s.
basketball, and they go
And-
into the apartment
In the hood, bro.
You have
like,
you have a small but very important role by one of the great actors out there, I think, Sterling K. Brown, who's
is
in
he the
Paradise
guy that
and
played in that show?
All
You
of
got
us are not Last.
The
of
last,
Us,
not The Last of Us. I know what you're talking about.
the family. Yeah,
Yep.
He
Such a good
was
show.
great.
Every
I mean,
episode you cry to, kind of thing.
Michael B. Jordan's Killmonger is, I think, one of the best Marvel
dude, when
villains.
he's
I wish they
stealing
didn't
the
kill him off so
artifact
soon.
too.
I tell you what, I wish. I actually hope, with the Doomsday and Secret Wars, they're rebooting Black Panther. They're gonna.
Yeah.
Shuri, I'm gonna spoil something for you folks. Okay, Shuri's not going to continue to play Black Panther beyond what we're going to see in the next movie. So
we'll go
think,
Black Panther.
Yeah, but I would like to see Michael B. Jordan play Black Panther.
That would be dope.
I would too. Actually,
I would allow that. I would allow
figured out
that.
how to make that happen.
As T'Challa.
I would allow
in
that.
an alternate universe. So
Sure,
yeah, definitely this movie.
That actually could work. Black Panther. All right, next up we have Blade 2 versus Shang-Chi. And I believe I am first this time. I do think Shang-Chi is a very underrated film, but I am going with Blade 2.
That's his choice. He said the Legend of the Ten Rings, baby. What you talking about?
I think Shang-Chi's a very enjoyable film. It's probably one of the ones that I found surprising. Like it's in post Endgame. It's among my top films that I've enjoyed. Just a fun movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
Wow. Y'all are surprising me here.
No. Hang on. I didn't even go yet. I didn't even lock in my.
No, I'm looking at the comments here.
I'll be the swing vote here. I really loved, Shang-Chi. Like, I think post, in MCU, like Endgame, I think this was like one of the best films up until No Way Home came out. Like,
yeah,
no joke. Like, I think it caught me by surprise. I really loved the story, but bro, motherfucker's still trying to ice skate uphill, bro. Like, you can't go wrong with Blade, bro. Like, that's the godfather of the MCU, as much as people don't want to admit it. So, pay your taxes, but Blade 2.
Wow. So we all have, or 2 out of 3 of us have Blade 2, but like literally everybody except 2 people in the comments are saying Shang-Chi. So,
Yo,
we'll go with Blade
right
2 just because, on the panel, but your vote does matter in the comments. It's interesting. I love Blade 2.
I like it too, bro.
Okay, we got can we just push this through real quick.
Endgame. Come on.
Nah, I like Ant-Man. What are you talking about? That's like one of my favorite movies.
I like
Ant-Man
Ant-Man too.
This
So
matchup,
let's go.
It's Endgame.
All right, let's just
Nah,
go Endgame.
Endgame for
Everybody
sure.
cool with that? Okay.
Endgame for sure.
All right, we'll make that one easy. All right, we got Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. So the second one with that cast versus Black Widow. Adam, I think you are to go first this time.
Black Widow is probably one of the weakest Link films, I think, in the MCU, but it's a better film than Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, and it did produce two characters that I really do like, Red Guardian.
Welcome
and
to the U.S.
Yelena Belova. So Black Widow. It's a serviceable film. It's good to watch in Disney Plus, but it's all right. I go with Black Widow.
Black Widow. Okay.
Yeah.
Flavio.
Bro, I'm not even gonna cap to you right now. Like both of these movies, I can't even recollect like where I was watching. Like they're just that insignificant to both of them to me.
Man.
But out of all the Fantastic Four so far, until the new one comes out, I don't know if this is a hot take, but I think I enjoyed this one the most. I don't remember the storyline for all of them. You know, I think you said the Michael B. Jordan one was better out of all of them, but this is the one that I always have a core memory with. I always remember watching this one.
Yeah, a lot of people liked this one, I think, because of Silver Surfer, and they thought that was really cool. And
exactly, Malekith. The nostalgia, like I always have a nostalgic feeling with this movie, but I really don't remember Black Widow like that, bro. Like,
man,
I don't know why, but if I had to pick, I'm gonna do Fantastic Four, man, just because that's where my heart lies.
Wow, we got some Black Widows, we got some Fantastic Fours in the comments. I'm gonna go with Black Widow because I actually think that, especially the first half of this movie, is excellent. I would even say the second half of the movie is actually pretty decent. I just think that it came out a little too late. I think if this movie came out earlier, when Marvel or the MCU was like at its peak and getting to that point, people would like this movie better. But because of everything that was kind of going on, kind of came out too late and nothing was really hitting for Marvel, I think a lot of people just kind of shut this down. But I had fun with this, man. Florence Pugh making her entrance as Yelena. You know, like this, I had fun with this movie, so I'm gonna go Black Widow.
I think the biggest problem with the movie is it came out after she died, and you knew she wasn't coming back. So there wasn't like, you know, it's the stakes don't matter.
Is this the one movie where the one scene where she's tied up in the chair and I remember the movie now, but it's one of my least.
Oh no, when she's tied up to the chair, isn't that Avengers? The first Avengers? That's the first Avengers.
That's the first Avengers.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't even remember watching that. I'm gonna have to watch it now.
Yeah, it's fun. Thunderbolts versus X-Men Days of Future Past.
Oh,
Flavio, you are first on this one. We have a lot to go. I'm not saying don't take your time, but you know,
bro, I don't even know. I mean, you know, Thunderbolts is fresh on me, like very fresh, and I enjoyed the film. I thought it was a great movie, but I really like Days of Future Past, bro. I think I'm gonna go with Days of Future Past.
Okay.
No joke.
I know Days of Future Past is a lot of people's favorite X-Men. Guys, this was a midnight showing. I went and saw opening night.
Damn.
The very first movie that I ever fell asleep to.
Nah, bro, you weren't sleeping good. You didn't sleep good the night before.
I didn't sleep good. I rewatched it. I liked it a lot more. I am gonna go with X-Men Days of Future Past, but I do think it's closer. I do think it's closer than a lot of people make it out to be. I think Thunderbolts was excellent. But I am gonna go Days of Future Past.
It's very close though.
Oh, let's look at X-Men's point here. I really hate the no stakes argument. We all knew how the prequel trilogy would turn out, and but we didn't really know how they were getting to that point. And the thing with Black Widow was that we knew how she was going to die. We knew everything about her. We knew about her past already. You know what I mean? Like nothing was new really in that movie other than characters.
I think the other big difference is that Black Widow was the first, not counting No Way Home, because that was like the coda
Yeah.
to the epilogue to not the coda, the epilogue to Endgame. This movie was the first movie post Endgame. Now,
Yeah.
if they came out with Black Widow now with 7 years distance, just like the prequels, that was like almost 20 years later, or 15, 16 years later. So there's some distance and hunger for that. I just think it was timing wise not the right thing to do.
Gosh, hot
This
toys
guy.
hotline.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was such thing called pod racing. Okay, I didn't know there was a dude named Darth Maul with a double lightsaber.
Yo,
All right? I didn't know there was a Jar Jar Binks character. There was a lot of new stuff that they brought to the prequels that
You guys are
I don't
too
think
much,
Black
man.
Widow really did. But no, those are awesome points though. I'm just kind of giving you all crap too. Adam, what are you thinking?
I love Thunderbolts, but it's too recent for me.
Sure.
I've only seen it once, so this is the kind of ones like I'd like to look at it again at least a few more times. Days of Future Past is my second favorite X-Men
Ooh,
movie,
okay.
and I've seen
That
it
movie
several
was
times.
fire, bro.
I've seen it
Wow.
a bunch of times. I really like it. I'm gonna go with X-Men.
All right, let's go X-Men. What do we have next? We're not even on the right side yet. We'll push these through real quick. Everybody can agree on Guardians. We can talk more about
Yes.
Guardians later against somebody else. All right.
Yep. Yeah.
Everybody agree Spider-Man 2?
Absolutely.
It's Morbin time.
It's Morbin
Spider-Man
time. Do we all agree on the first Thor over Love and Thunder?
Thor 1.
Get out
But-
of here, man.
Okay.
That
Okay.
movie was
You
horrible.
just never know.
Uh,
Okay.
I'm
Which-
not a Love
which-
and Thunder hater, but the first one was
Yeah.
good.
Which Hulk do you guys like the best?
Banner
Edward
Hulk.
Norton one.
Yeah.
I like the
left one.
Edward Norton one as well. So let's push that through real quick. And now we're getting into the nitty-gritty here.
Oh no!
Okay, we got
this
the
guy's
first Spider-Man versus Deadpool and Wolverine. Who went first last time when we actually did? Was it Adam that? No, I think Flavio went first. So I got to go first now.
I think Adam went first, but yeah, you go first.
No, I think Adam went last because he was the last one. Was he? Whatever.
And this
Whoever
one,
wants to go first, go ahead.
I don't
you
want to
know,
go.
I'll go first. I'm gonna go with Spider-Man. As much as I love Deadpool and Wolverine, and this is the main reason for it, because it's again recency bias. I don't know. Does Deadpool and Wolverine 10 or 20 years from now stand the test of time where I love it so much, or I'm like, yeah, I enjoyed it, but I don't know how much it holds
Right.
up. Spider-Man
Or-
overall holds up.
Yeah. Yeah, or was Deadpool just really good because it was funny and it was cool seeing those two fighting off against each other, but like how is it going to hold up in 20 years kind of thing the way Spider-Man did, right?
Yes.
Flavio, which one you choosing, man?
This is, I mean, it's tough, but it's not tough at the same time either. You know, I have such a core memory with.
Sweet D'Lo.
What's up, bro?
He said Bonesaw for the win.
I have such a core memory with, you know, the Toby movies. Like, this was one of the first movies that my dad took me to go see in the theaters, and I was just a little, like a young boy, like, and just watching this. So I love Deadpool and Wolverine. I thought it was a fun film. I actually watched it 3 times within the first week. That's how good of a movie I thought it was. And that's been a first for me for a long time. I just don't know, like, you know, Adam was saying, will it really stand the test of time? Toby is my favorite. I'm gonna have to go with Spider-Man.
All right, I go Spider-Man as well.
Bonesaw!
All right, we can move on from this one, right? We can move on. Say Doctor Strange over Daredevil.
Yes.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Okay.
He needs
You
to
just never
stick
know.
to BVS. He needs to stick to BVS.
Are we going No Way Home over Iron Man 3, guys?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, here's a tough one.
Nah,
This
that's not
could be
tough,
another
bro.
tough one. I mean, it's not
This
tough for
isn't-
me, but it could be tough for other people.
It is tough. And I'll just go
I'm-
first.
Yep, you're next. You get to go first.
I'll get it out of the way, but I love Into the Spider-Verse that much. Like, it's one of my favorite Spider-Man films, so it definitely beats Black
Yep.
Panther for me.
I'm gonna
Hey,
go with
Adam,
Black
can you-
Panther.
Adam, can you read this comment?
Freak Show, you're going nowhere. Hey, Freak Show, you're going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime.
3 minutes.
Can I read it now? Can I read it now? Hey, Freak Show, you ain't going nowhere. I got 3 minutes of playtime.
Nice.
Oh man, I'm gonna go into the Spider-Verse as well. Black Panther is amazing. I had a lot of fun with it, but Into the Spider-Verse, as we talked about before, that just kind of changed the way animation is, and the story. It had everything. So, Adam, do you agree to make it 3? Or
I'm gonna go with Black Panther.
okay. Unfortunately, your vote does not matter right
No,
now.
I get X'd out on this one.
All right. Blade 2 versus Endgame. We're just gonna push Endgame through. Even though
Endgame.
Blade 2 is great. Endgame. Okay. Let's see. Black Widow versus Days of Future Past. Let's push Days of Future Past through.
For sure.
Yes.
Okay. And I mean,
Ooh.
we can talk about this one a little bit, right? We have the first Guardians of the Galaxy, which we didn't really talk about the last round because it went up against Craven, but dude, Guardians of the Galaxy is good. But the problem is Spider-Man 2 is a lot of people's favorite superhero movie of all time. Some would even say better than Dark Knight. I don't know about all that.
Oh, that's crazy.
But a lot of people like overall Spider-Man 2 is just the perfect superhero movie. I'm gonna go first.
I already know what you're gonna say too.
I'm gonna say Guardians of the Galaxy. I love Spider-Man 2. You guys know how much of a Spider-Man fan I am. And this is a great superhero movie. But Guardians, the first Guardians, there's just something very special about that movie for me. So I'm gonna go with Guardians without talking forever about it. But yeah, Adam, what say you, my friend?
This Spider-Man 2 I actually like more than the first Spider-Man. It's a fucking great movie. But Guardians of the Galaxy, this is where I got to give Guardians the win because everything about that movie I love. The soundtrack. I listen to that soundtrack all the time. Or some of those songs on there is on my Apple playlist like all the time. Almost every day I get in the car, one of those songs is playing. And every time I hear one of those songs, even I just think of the movie. And this movie, what they did, what James Gunn did, is take characters that most, and even like the diehard comic book fans, had either a passing knowledge or no recollection of, and made them a great movie and great characters. I got to go with Guardians of the Galaxy. Because to me, the part of the success of Infinity War and Endgame, it's not just the Avengers. It's bringing the Guardians of the Galaxy in.
Sure. I feel so anti-Spider-Man right now for choosing Guardians, but I love Guardians. Dude, if it was like a few other Spider-Man movies that we'll get to later, those will win. But
the Andrew ones, right?
No, like even if it was the first Spider-Man movie, you know what I mean? Or
let me put my 2 cents in. I thought Guardians of the Galaxy was like, for me, I don't know, because I really like 2 too, but I really love Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, I think they're some of the best. Oh boy. I think they were some of the best, MCU movies. Yeah, it absolutely is, man. Like, this is crazy, bro.
Hey, chat, I'll tell you what. You guys can get one save for each side. So we're on the left side right now. So if y'all want to use your save, you can use your save for this left side. But if not, you want to save it, I would save it.
Wow.
I need 3 votes. I need 3 votes from the chat to say no. Push Spider-Man.
Fire the host.
Fire the host. What a jerk,
bro.
What a jerk.
Yo, but listen. I love both of these movies. I think Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy is like amazing, but I love Spider-Man 2 a lot, and I'm that one guy I always get shat on because I really love the origin story of Spider-Man. Like, for some reason, I think it's because of that nostalgia, like going to the movies with my dad and watching part 1. I really like part 1 a lot. I know a lot of people don't really like it, but Spider-Man 2 has freaking Doc Ock and Green Goblin in it, bro. Like you,
Green
and you're
Goblin,
gonna.
no, he's not in it. He's not in it.
Yeah,
Sure.
Goblin's on the second one.
I know what
Sorry.
you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Chat, you guys can push it through. Just say push it through. I need 3
bro,
comments to say
you're
push
gonna
it through.
pick Guardians of the Galaxy over this.
I
mean, you
I
like
know.
Andrew Garfield anyway, so I mean that makes sense. But yeah,
I
I'm
like
gonna go with
Toby.
Spider-Man 2.
I like Toby too. But
We are
let's
Groot.
face it, dude. Like, I don't care how nostalgic it is. If we're talking about a movie, this chick has like 8 boyfriends in like 2 movies, and she's there. I don't know.
Stop
There's a lot
talking
of,
about Kirsten Dunst like that, all right?
There's a lot of one-liners. Okay, so we got 1 push it through. I need 2 more in 10 seconds, and then we'll use your all's save for the left side for Spider-Man 2. I'm okay with that. 10, 9, 8, 7. They don't want to use it. 6. Hot Toys Hotline with all this talk, but he's not saying push it through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Do not push it through.
All right.
Nobody push it through.
I mean,
Hey,
I can't say nothing because I'm
Hot
on the,
Toys
on
Hotline.
the
You can't
stream,
say
so.
anything anymore, my friend. I'm sorry. You could have said push it through. All
Damn,
right, Guardians. Thor and Hulk. Incredible Hulk, that is.
Thor.
Thor. I'm with Thor as well.
I'm gonna go with the Hulk. I like the Hulk.
Okay. Well, we'll go with Thor.
He said glazing James Gunn is crazy. Bro, it's because he's waiting for that Superman movie, bro.
Bro, what James Gunn did with Guardians, come on now. You know it's amazing. And you could have said
I'm not
push
gonna
it
lie
through.
though.
Oh, now you
Cre-
say push it. It's too late.
I'm not
Too
gonna
late.
lie though. He did kill Creature Commandos, bro. Like
Dude, Creature Commandos is good. He's gonna
he
kill
killed that.
He's gonna kill it with DC.
Peacemaker.
Yeah, Peacemaker, Guardians.
never watched
I mean, come
Peacemaker.
on. Suicide
say-
Squad, you know,
Suicide
is
Squad.
actually
Yeah.
after the first one bombed. Okay,
Yeah.
Spider-Man versus Doctor Strange. Can we all agree Spider-Man here?
Spidey.
Yep.
Oh, now we want a big Spider-Man. Yeah.
Hey man. Push Spider-Man through. Okay.
Oh, damn.
This one's easy for me.
No Way Home
That's-
for me.
Oh, okay. I got Into the Spider-Verse. Flavio, you get to
I'm gonna be the swing vote here.
you're the swing vote.
Yo, this is crazy, and now I feel like you on the past, round because. Go ahead, Adam.
No, and for me, the reason is anime, and this is a bias on my part. Animation can only go so far for me. I gotta go with at some point live action.
This guy.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying there with the live action and animated. Oh man. I really don't know because, back when I was just saying that, Into the Spider-Verse is one of those films that I can enjoy watching all the time. Every time of the day, week, whatever. I feel the same way about No Way Home. The fact that it's live action and animated is very, very tough for me. But I'm gonna have to go to Into the Spider-Verse, bro. For sure.
Wow. Okay.
It's
All
that
right.
that was
I
tough,
would have
man.
been. I said Into the Spider-Verse, but I would have been okay with No Way Home going through because of what it did, bringing in all those Spider-Man characters together, the actors, after
Dude.
all the drama with Sony and
You
everything.
know what I
They
mean?
actually made it happen. It's
Like,
really cool, but Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse really
It's
did
something
something
about
cool
it.
too. So, we'll push that one through there. All right, Endgame versus Days of Future Past. Adam.
Endgame.
Okay. This guy does not like animation as much as I thought he did. All right.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like I thought X-Men loved animated stuff.
Right.
I'm
Flavio?
gonna pick Endgame. Endgame for sure.
Okay. I'm going to pick Endgame as well. Let's just make sure the chat isn't saying anything else. They can use their push through. It looks like they're saying Endgame. So am I.
Moose.
All right. We're
Moose
getting
is
down to
in
the
the
nitty
chat.
gritty here. We have, what do we have? We have, guys, we have 4 movies. Oh, no.
To like the end.
I'm lying. We got 5. Here we go. Let's just Guardians versus Thor. We going Guardians here?
Guardians.
Guardians for sure.
Okay.
here.
Oh God.
God, why do you have to freaking make this
Oh, that's
shit?
hard. That's
Spider-Man.
Hot Toys Hotline. I might need your help with this one, my friend.
And they say that a hero.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh man,
This is tough, bro.
This is really hard. I have to. Which one did you say, Flavio?
I didn't pick yet. I'm
Adam,
gonna let
have you
you go
picked yet?
first.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go with Spider-Man as well. That hurts, but I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go Spider-Man too.
Yeah, just stand there. I can get some pictures of you. Oh, yeah, that looks great. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Spider-Man too. I love that.
Dude. Okay, bro, this is easy. What's your answer then, sir?
What's your answer? This isn't a Predator film here, Connor. This is a lot harder stakes here, man.
Yeah, it's not like there's one good Predator film and that beats everything, you know?
Oh man, Spider-Man
just
for
kidding.
sure.
There's a few good Predator films. I'm just giving you crap. Okay, so we are down to the semifinals here. We got Endgame versus Guardians, and this one's pretty easy. Actually,
Endgame. This is my
Endgame.
favorite.
What did he say?
No, X-Men. He said Predator Man. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I'm gonna go with Endgame for sure too.
I'm gonna go Endgame as well. Good matchup though. All right.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
This is
So we
easy,
have basically Endgame and like the OG Spidey. Like if you're a Spider-Man fan, like this is actually harder than non-Spider-Man fans think. This is actually kind of hard. Flavio, I'm gonna let you go first though.
Yo, this is wild, bro, because like Endgame is peak, bro. Like I could forget all the other movies and just watch Endgame and Infinity War every time, you know? But if I had to choose,
we can't use the push through for this one because it's the finale or the semifinals on the left side.
I mean, this is a hot take, you know. I'm drinking some wine tonight too right now, so take that with a grain of salt. But like I might regret this in the morning, like because I dwell on some of these games after we play them, and I think that like I'm rushed and I don't really think about it. But I'm gonna pick Spider-Man again.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick Spider-Man because I think I like Infinity War better than Endgame overall. But I like the last two movies for sure the most out of all of them. But Spider-Man, bro, is just nostalgic for me. I can't get over it. Like,
that's true. But
you know what I
Endgame,
mean?
man, there's just the perfect ending. The perfect ending. Adam, what say you, man?
Yeah, I think as much as I love Spider-Man, I've seen a lot of movies in the theaters over the years since I was a little boy. And in terms of transcendent experiences I've had as an audience watching a movie, two of them. May 25th, 1983, opening day of Return of the Jedi. The other one, opening day of Avengers Endgame. That might be the greatest. It might be the greatest, even a little bit more than Return of the Jedi for me. Of seeing this with my wife and daughter, with Cap picking up Mjolnir, and on your left, I Am Iron Man. The end scene of
all right, Adam, you
the funeral scene.
Now.
And then of course Cap Steve walking to see Peggy Carter, and they do that dance and it cuts to the credits, and just like it's, to me, it is the greatest Marvel film, and I don't know, I go back and forth whether it's the greatest comic book movie of all time versus Dark Knight, which is the other film I would choose. So, and this is one of my favorite films of all time. So Endgame, and all the other films in the Infinity Saga, including Infinity War, you wouldn't have Endgame without those. But this is a great film. I had to filibuster a bit there, but I had to talk about that.
Yo, he's on one tonight. He's on something.
Without Spider-Man, we would not have gotten quotes like, how does Green Goblin say it? Rectify your inequities. Like, just like certain lines. I don't know, man. Spider-Man is this movie. Spider-Man is what got me into Marvel when I was like 11, 12 years old. I mean, I always liked Marvel because of the animated series and stuff like that, but like, I think I fell in love with Spider-Man. Like, I always liked Spider-Man, but I fell in love with Spider-Man after seeing this movie. And I don't think anything can really compare to that. So I'm going to look at this comment that Hot Toys Hotline said.
Go Web, go!
I'm going to be that hero, and I'm going to save Spider-Man. But Endgame is a super film.
Yeah. Everything that
And
Adam
it's
said
a
was
very
wrong.
good conclusion. But if I can only watch one more film before I, let's say, die, I think I would choose Spider-Man. So,
Yeah.
bam.
Bro,
Spider-Man
and
going.
like, right, Brick? Go Web, go!
Go Web, go! Yep. So, all right. Let's see here.
What?
I
Where was
picked
this movie at the whole
Spider-Man,
time?
dog. Like, you picked Spider-Man too. Plot twist, baby. Yes. See, I got you.
Wait, but where were these movies at? What the hell?
This is the right side now. So now they got to push through if they want for this side. So that's what I'm saying. We got to chuck along. We got a little bit of time here, but okay. So we have Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse versus Wakanda Forever. I'm gonna pick Across the Spider-Verse. But what say you guys?
Same for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
same for me
We'll push
too.
it through. We'll push it through. Logan. Okay. Can we just pick Logan, guys?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yo, you know I never seen
Um,
Dark Phoenix too.
This might be interesting. We can make it quick, but which one do you guys pick?
Multiverse of Madness. Last Stand sucked.
I picked
Yeah.
Multiverse of Madness as well. Okay.
Same.
I picked
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Deadpool as well.
Deadpool.
Okay.
Yeah, that part 1 was my favorite.
All right. We might be making this too fast in the chat, but we'll
Ooh,
Winter
the
Soldier.
Winter
this is
Soldier.
Winter Soldier by far, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. The
Captain
first Avenger,
America, bro.
Come on.
the Marvels.
Come on,
Oh my
bro.
Come on.
Come on now.
Oh my gosh, Brick! I know
Ooh.
what you're gonna pick.
This is easily Amazing Spider-Man 2. Like, come on.
Spider-Man
Easily.
3, bro.
Easily. What?
Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3. I don't even know why you think I would pick this movie
The
over
movie
that.
almost killed Venom? Yeah.
Dude, get out of here, bro. You just got the black suit yourself. You know
I
this movie's
understand. I
like...
understand that, but Spider-Man 3 was more like an SNL skit than a movie. Okay. It
Yo,
was, like it wasn't. It was rough.
was it Arnold?
Yeah.
Wow,
I-
plot twist.
I gotta
Why
go
does
with
why does everybody
Spider-Man
hate-
2. I recently saw this again, and
Why does everybody hate Amazing Spider-Man?
Jamie Foxx was not very good in this, but or
Dude,
at least his
Jamie
character wasn't
Foxx
well written.
was a burger in this movie, bro. Like,
And Giamatti's character, the Rhino, I didn't really like him in this,
nope.
but I liked
Damn, Clayton,
Garfield,
That's messed up, bro.
and I liked Gwen Stacy.
Dude, the relationship between Gwen Stacy and Garfield. Oh my gosh. Like,
Bro,
Emma
just
Stone
look
and
at the
Garfield.
movie poster. It's just even more iconic, bro. Like Spider-Man 3 is just I think it's better.
I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong, but like,
Emma
I
Stone is
think
hot.
yeah, especially in this movie. So, so you picked Amazing Spider-Man 2,
I did, yeah.
Adam?
Adam
Okay.
did. I picked
It's very mixed in the comments. Before we move on, though, I do want to thank 12-inch Moose Dream channel member for 9 months. Thank you, sir. I do appreciate that.
Moose!
Almost a year. RoboCop 2-pack with Alex Murphy and MMS 90 Predator incoming. Let's go, dude.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yo, this
Great
guy
job.
is literally like getting grail after grail, man.
Where is this guy like coming up with these
I don't know,
quick,
yo.
amazing
Connor's
comments
funny-ass
right now?
dude,
He is
bro.
on top
Like,
of it.
He's a funny ass
Dude, Connor, you need to stream like right now. You are on top of it with your words. Oh man, yeah, too hot was better except for blue. Yeah, okay, so blue,
Yo, Blue
raspberry,
Raspberry.
Electro was rough, but that fight in New York's that first fight when they meet up, that was a cool fight scene.
I will give you that. The
Yeah.
fight scenes in part 2 were good.
Yeah, the first Iron Man versus Dark World. I think we're gonna go
Iron
Iron Man
Man.
here. Okay.
Yeah.
We got Civil War versus Iron Man 2.
Civil War. That's a great
Civil
movie.
War. I go Civil War as well.
you wouldn't have Infinity War and Endgame without Civil War.
Right.
Yeah,
I do think that Civil War should have been a part 1 and part 2. I think they rushed it a little bit, but it was still a very good movie.
Yeah, Civil War. Yeah.
But
I didn't
Iron
really
Man
like-
2 gave us the best Black Widow of all time. I do got to bring that
yeah.
up real quick.
Yeah,
okay?
bro.
So, just saying. But
Poor
Civil
Happy,
War.
man.
I got to bring that up at least once.
Civil
Infinity
War,
War
though.
versus Homecoming. Yeah, Infinity War.
Infinity War.
Homecoming is growing on me a little bit, but
That's my favorite one out of the trilogy, but
it's still the
would-
worst Spider-Man movie of all time.
I don't
Okay.
like talking to you about that, Brick, because I
I'm
really
sorry,
like
but
Tom
it's terrible.
Holland.
Dude is swinging around in a garage in a neighborhood, not in a city. It's don't even get me started with that again. I can't.
Damn,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah, we can't ever talk about Tom Holland movies together, bro, because I like his movies, but
No, I like Tom Holland a lot now. It's just that movie. I don't know.
oh, this is gonna be an upset for you guys because
Guardians.
I enjoyed
Guardians,
Madam Web.
baby. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Apocalypse. Oh, X2, right? Come on, guys.
X2.
X2.
Okay.
X2.
It's my favorite
is
X-Men
terrible.
movie. So we got Ragnarok versus Guardians Volume 2. This might be a little close.
I think
Flavio, you go
Ragnarok.
first.
I think
Ragnarok?
Ragnarok. I really love Part 2. Part 2 is my favorite one out of all of them, but I think Ragnarok was like one of my favorite Thors.
Neither.
I love Ragnarok, but I gotta go with Guardians too. I know it's like people consider that like the least of the three, but I really liked Kurt Russell's character. I mean the ending was like very like I cried there at the end after Yondu died, and they're playing Fathers and Sons by Cat Stevens. Yeah,
I'm
I love
tripping.
that
Yeah,
movie.
I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change
Interesting
it. I'm gonna
hotline.
change mine. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Because I mean, I just picked Ragnarok because it's my favorite. Iron
We'll
Man.
push it
It's my
through.
favorite Thor movie, but
Age of Ultron versus Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Age of Ultron, bro.
Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron. Okay. Let's see. I do think that was the weakest Avengers movie, but yeah, it's better than Ant-Man. Okay, come on, guys. Right?
Avengers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we got some easy ones because it's the first round on the right side. We choosing the first Blade, right?
Blade.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh my,
Bro.
This is tough only because Across the Spider-Verse is getting knocked the out. Logan is a phenomenal film. I'm choosing Logan.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hot Toys Hotline, sir. Do you agree?
That's
Yes,
tough, but-
dude. I got you, X-Man. Logan, baby. Yes, I chose Logan over a Spider-Man film. Not Logan. Oh man, I love Logan, man. Logan is
Logan was really good.
Logan is a not the perfect, but a perfect superhero movie.
It's up there.
Logan. And if it wasn't for Logan, we would never have gotten Deadpool versus Wolverine. Speaking of Deadpool versus Multiverse of Madness. Are we going Deadpool?
Deadpool.
Okay.
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay. Winter Soldier versus First Avenger.
Winter Soldier.
Okay. I agree. We're going. I know.
Come
I know what
on,
I'm
Brick.
picking, but I know what you guys are picking. I get it.
Iron Man.
Now I want to hear what you're gonna pick for real because
Dude,
you're off your
I-
rocker.
I love Iron Man.
Oh, okay.
love it.
I thought you were gonna pick Spider-Man too.
Oh, I would, but I love Iron
What?
Man. So I'm okay with Iron Man going through because I get it. I get it as a fan and as I
No.
understand. I
That's
understand.
not fair.
Just stop.
What's-
I understand. Iron Man is a better film. Iron Man is a better film. I love Spider-Man 2. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
pick what you
I know,
love
I
more,
know. I pick. Well, I mean, I kind of
Not about what's a better film. What do you enjoy?
I mean,
more?
I would pick. I don't know. This is really close to me. I enjoy them a lot. I don't know. But I know you guys are both picking Iron Man, so I'm cool with that. Because I love them both. I can't.
So he
I
picked
don't know.
Spider-Man too, but
I don't
Iron Man
know.
Wins.
Iron Man wins. Adam, you choose Iron Man.
Oh yeah, I mean,
no, I don't know.
Connor has it right in the chat. Robert Downey. There's no MCU
Right.
without Robert
Yes,
Downey Jr.
100 million%. I agree. Iron Man all the way. This one's pretty easy for me, but what say you guys?
Ooh, this is actually not an easy one for me.
Really?
Infinity War versus I got to go with Infinity War because as much as I love Civil War, Infinity War has like the greatest cliffhanger I think since Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
So just remember again, like theater experiences. This is up there too. I remember seeing this in the theater opening night, and like everyone's jaw was like, "What the fuck?" You know? Yeah. It was Infinity War.
Yeah.
Yeah, Infinity War for sure.
I'm going Infinity War as well. Okay. Guardians Volume 3 versus X2.
Ooh, I'm gonna pick X2, bro.
I'm going to pick X2 as well, even though I love Guardians 3. Adam?
X-Men 2.
Okay. That's an easy one. X-Men, there you go. You got 2 X-Men on the right side here, still kicking it. Let's see here. We got Volume 2 Guardians versus Age of Ultron. I'm personally picking Volume 2 versus Age of Ultron.
I'm gonna say Age of Ultron.
Oh, okay.
Damn, I
Adam,
didn't even know
it's up to you,
Guardians
man.
love tonight, bro. What the hell?
Age of Ultron is actually a very important film to the history of the MCU. But I enjoyed Guardians Volume 2 more. So I'm going to go with Guardians Volume 2.
Okay. I got a couple, mixed in the chat. But we're going Guardians 2, you said, Adam?
That's what I would choose.
Okay.
Is what I personally liked more.
Right.
Blade versus the first Avengers. I love Blade. I do, but I got to go with
Avengers.
Avengers. It's
okay.
The most important film.
Blade's so good, though. Oh, this is Deadpool versus Wolverine. Let's go.
Yo, let's go. I'm going to pick Deadpool, though.
What?
I don't know.
Deadpool's great. Deadpool is
great.
I gotta go Logan,
the scene on the highway, bro, is just everything.
Dude, the
for
scene
me,
in the casino at the hotel in Logan. Oh my gosh! Like when they're running in there and dude, Logan, and then X-23 when she just starts chopping people up all of a sudden, like you had no idea she had the claws. Like
that's tough. That's
dude,
tough,
Logan is.
Sure.
Logan's special.
I think Logan's a great film, but I've only seen it once, and like I didn't want to see it again because it's kind of depressing. And Deadpool, I've seen a lot of times, so I gotta go with. I always kind of go with the movies that like make me feel good, something. So I gotta go with Deadpool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Deadpool.
Now, again, recognizing
this is the first one that hurt. This is the first
Logan,
one. That hurt.
Yo, X-Men might just disown me after this. Like,
remember, you guys can push one through on the right side. You guys got 10 seconds. People that are saying Logan, 10. Say push it through. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.5, 3, 2, 1. Well, they all are saying Logan, but you got to. Okay, we got to push it. We got to push it. We got to push. Do not push up. Okay. Well, we didn't do it in time. Hotline left, but we're pushing,
he said he left.
We're pushing Deadpool. I'm sorry, X-Man. I'm sorry, guys. I agree with Logan. We got Iron Man versus Winter Soldier. This is
Iron Man.
Kind of hard.
That's hard too, but I'm gonna pick Iron Man, bro.
Yeah, it is hard, but I gotta go with Iron Man.
Iron Man it is. Infinity War versus X2. You guys are gonna make X-Man leave here in about 2 seconds.
He's done with us.
Love you, Dave, but I gotta go with Infinity War.
I gotta go with Infinity War.
He said every table in the house is flipped right now. I could see him doing that.
All his figures are not. All his Mondo figures are flipped over.
Dude, I'm gonna go with Infinity War too, bro.
Oh wow, he said he agrees. Infinity War. Okay.
Okay.
We got a lot of Infinity Wars in the chat, including Blur Dad Life.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. All right. Infinity War it is. Avengers.
Yeah, I'm
Avengers for me
again too.
Okay.
Avengers.
Okay, it's getting hard.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
So you guys that quick on Iron? Okay. All right. Iron Man it is. Infinity War versus Avengers. I'm going Infinity War.
Me too.
Okay.
Same.
All right. All right. So after this is the finals. So this is the semifinals, guys. Iron Man versus Infinity War. Nitty gritty.
I've
We'll
seen
pick
both
Iron
of these
Man.
a lot.
I still enjoy Iron Man.
I don't know. This is a tough one. I think I got to go with Infinity War.
Same.
You guys are gonna
Or
make
no, I pick
me.
Iron Man.
You guys are gonna make me.
To me, this is like choosing, and again, because I'm #1 Star Wars, like A New Hope, which is the first one, and obviously it is a classic.
Yeah.
And then, but which one do I enjoy? Do I enjoy Empire and Return of the Jedi more than the original Star Wars?
Mm-hmm.
I do. I like them more. So this is, to me, Iron Man's the original. You wouldn't have the MCU without that. Just like you wouldn't have Empire and Return and all the prequels and everything that's come since without the original Star Wars.
You're just gonna snap Infinity War.
No, I'm snapping Iron Man.
Ooh.
I'm going with Infinity War because I like
All
that.
right.
I enjoy that one more. Just
Okay.
a nibble more. Than
Okay.
Iron Man.
And
Just a nibble.
and Flavio, who did you pick?
I'm gonna pick Iron Man, bro. Like I really enjoy that movie.
I don't want to choose.
He built it in a box with a box of scraps in a cave.
Mr. Stark. Mr. Stark. I don't know, man. That scene right there, that hits the heartstrings. I don't know. I actually like Endgame more than Infinity War.
I went to watch Iron Man with my
I
mom.
do too.
And that was the first movie that she
And
took
it's
me to
tough.
watch, and that's what got me to be into Marvel, bro.
Chat, I need your help. I don't know how to do this. I see a lot of Infinity War, so I guess I'll go Infinity War.
I never stopped watching Marvel movies in theaters.
Ah, man, I don't know though, because Iron Man is like, dude.
Go with your heart, Brick. Go with your heart, bro.
I'm gonna go with my heart. I don't know, guys. I'm gonna choose Infinity War.
There you go. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay. And we got the championship. How was Spider-Man? I'm sorry. How was I love the first Spider-Man, but how in the hell?
How in the hell
did it make it through?
This really should have been Endgame versus Infinity War, and I think that would have been a really good.
Yeah. What beat Endgame? What was it?
Spider-Man. I think.
He said
No,
Spider-Man.
it was
like
into the. It was Into the Spider-Verse beat it. Oh no.
No.
Guardians of the Galaxy. No, what beat it?
What was Endgame matched up with?
I'm trying to find. Oh wait.
I know I voted for Endgame and I got outvoted.
It looks like it lost to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's messed up. That's messed up. Looking back at it, it shouldn't.
That makes. I mean, it makes sense. But I don't know if I'm thinking about it. But Adam, I'm guessing you're picking Infinity War.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
Even though I love, bro,
I would choose the OG Spidey over Infinity War, but I am not upset.
Yeah.
I am not upset. He says,
He
"Oh,
won,
now it's
he
a
won.
problem."
He
I'm not
won
upset
by-
that Infinity War won the championship. So, Infinity War, congrats to you, sir, for winning the championship. What we should have done is had the members choose a movie that they thought was going to win, and that's the
There
winner
you
of the
go.
sideshow gift card. But
Maybe we could do that next.
but then
time.
they would be like, "Oh, it's rigged and blah," that kind of thing. But yeah, Infinity War wins best movie. A lot of people would actually say Infinity War is the best Marvel movie. I'm not gonna lie, so that's fine. I'm good with that.
I think the final four for these none of these movies surprised me. I mean, Endgame, Infinity War, Spider-Man, X2 is up there. These all deserve to be in this from Marvel consideration.
Yeah.
Nothing
Great,
should be surprising.
great fun game, guys. I'm gonna have you guys talk for a little bit while I set up our spin the wheel for our members only giveaway for $25 gift card for Sideshow. Let me just make sure that we have Blurred Dad Life. He is on there. Okay. I think we're good. We have 19 entries. Perfect. We are good to go. We got everybody on here. I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. Let's see. And then after this, guys, we will end the show after we talk a little bit about our whatchamacallit, our channels and whatnot. Okay, why am I having a hard time here? Okay, so guys, spin the wheel. This is for a $25 gift card for Sideshow. You do not have to be here. However, you have 24 hours if you're not here to message me.
Good luck, everyone.
So make sure if you're not here and you're a member, you have 24 hours to say, hey, I heard I won or something. Reach out to me. You got 24 hours. I will give it until tomorrow at 8:04. If I don't hear from you, you do not get a gift card. So I'm going to shuffle. How many times should I shuffle? Flavio, give me a number.
Let's do 7.
Okay, now Adam, give me a number.
5.
Okay, we're going to do 6. We're going to shuffle 6. 1,
Man.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we are, let's check the comments, make sure somebody's not saying. Let's see here. All right, no new members, nothing. All right, let's go ahead
Good luck,
and
everyone.
start. Good luck, $25 gift card to Sideshow. That pays off tariff fees and more. So let's go.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
And the Moon Man chooses.
Oh,
Oh,
Field of Burn.
is it Robert? No.
Matooth.
and
You
it
figure.
is How You Figure wins a $25 gift card to Sideshow. Congratulations,
Nice.
sir.
Congratulations.
Whew. Congrats. Very nice, very nice. He's been a member for a very long time as well. So, yeah, get back to me. And congratulations on the $25 gift card. So, guys, great show tonight. We talked about Fantastic Four. We talked about summer movies. We talked about what is the best Marvel movie there is leading up to Fantastic Four, Doomsday, Secret Wars, Brand New Day, which, by the way, is going to have Punisher in it, which is very exciting, which only gives me hope that we'll get a Daredevil. Even though they said that Daredevil and Spider-Man can't be in a movie together, I call BS. It's going to happen. He'll be in it. You watch. Guys, what's going on over in our channels? Adam, we'll start with you, sir.
Brick, Flavio, great show. A lot of fun tonight. Great discussions. We have a review, Emily and I, of InArt's Aragorn, so check that out. Is kind of broke our souls a little bit, but
Definitely have to
we had
watch.
some fun with it. We talked about the stands and the belt and all that, and we had some difficulty, but it's very good figure. It just tested our patience,
Yeah.
which we have very little of. But always fun being here. And it's what is today or was yesterday the first day of summer? So my favorite season of the year.
Today
I
was
love
the summer
summer.
solstice, though, right?
Yeah.
It's like
So
90
happy summer.
degrees here today with a
Yeah,
nice
happy summer.
breeze, though. Yes,
Yeah.
Wisconsin gets into the 90s, y'all. It does.
Yeah, no snow for you guys?
No snow today. We had snow last week, but no snow today.
That's
just kidding.
insane,
I'm
bro.
just kidding. I'm kidding. Latest I've seen snow here is in May, though.
That's
It
crazy.
doesn't happen every year. It's very rare, but it has happened. March, April is usually when it stops. Awesome, Adam. Yeah, go check out Adam 12's channel, everybody. Please do so. Does a lot of great reviews. Love his channel and cannot wait for that tour because as you guys can see, he's got some great stuff behind him, and we're not even seeing what's in front of him or on the side there on the left. So,
No.
Guys, be on the lookout for his tour. Flavio, what's going on, my good sir? Oh, Adam, do you have something else to say? Sorry.
Yeah, no, hoping to film it soon. My daughter graduates from high school on Friday, so the next few weeks we're gonna try to.
How do you feel
film
about
video.
that? Is that pretty?
It's
pretty tough?
stressful.
Yeah.
I can't
it
believe
more-
I have a daughter who's graduating high school.
Yeah. Is she? We'll talk later. Yeah. I can't imagine that's gonna be hard on me when my kids get older. But maybe by then I'll be happy because it's like, oh gosh, get out of here, you know. But right now I just can't imagine it. Just loving it, having.
She's
kids in the
sticking.
house
She's
and
sticking
whatnot.
around, so she's not going away.
Oh, good.
Yeah, she's
good.
staying
That's
home.
good for a little bit. Yeah, that's awesome. Flavio.
Yeah. Bricolas. So yeah, I mean, just it was a great stream, guys, and I had a real fun time tonight. As always, I love that game that we played there at the end. I thought that was really fun. Adam, it was great, spending time with you as always. I wish Valkyrie was here, man, because I love talking with him. I'm excited to see the collection tour for you, by the way, and I definitely have to watch the Aragorn video that you guys put up. I seen you posted the other day, but I just haven't had a chance to watch it. I love the way that you guys do, your guys' unboxings.
Dude, and your daughter is so funny.
Damn, he beat me to it, bro.
Like,
She's
I'm
funny as
so
hell,
sorry.
and I love the way like her takes,
the whole
way
belt
that
thing, like when she was trying to get the belt on. I was like,
oh, I didn't get to watch
I
it yet,
feel
but
that, like, I totally get like trying to put these accessories on and whatnot.
the reason that I like you having her in the videos is because she will tell you how it is. You know what I mean? Some collectors
Super
like to
honest.
just beat around the bush. She will just tell you if it's if it's a pain in the ass or not. So I'm excited to watch that in our video for sure. But yeah, I've been really busy myself. I have a lot of videos coming out very soon. I have the Artisan Anakin video. It's already wrapped up. I'm just waiting to get that edited, and then I think I'm gonna hold that till Monday or Tuesday. That should be coming out. And then also the Across the Spider-Verse Miles video, and then I have the rest of the Across the Spider-Verse line except for 2099. So I gotta do Spider-Punk, and then I gotta do Miles G, and then I just got Feral Predator in, so that's gonna be on the
That's gonna be great
too. So other than that, catch me here on Bugle 6 with Brick whenever we have our next show, and it was a pleasure. Thank you guys for having me.
It was a pleasure having both of you guys on the Bugle 6 issue number 37. Getting closer and closer to issue number 50. Can't believe it. 50, we're gonna have like a 10-man panel or something, have a celebration. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Cool.
But I just got Miles G. Morales in too. I got 3 Spider-Mans in this week, guys. I showed you the other 2, Purple Rain, Black Suit Toby, which is really awesome. And I got here the Miles G. Morales. I'm excited to open him up. Not sure if I'm going to do a review or not. We'll see. I want to do a review, but it does take time, and I took a lot of time this week to do 2 reviews already. So we'll see. But thank you guys in the chat. I see everyone's kind of leaving right now, but no, I appreciate it. We had about, I think I saw 22 in the house for a while, and appreciate it, you guys. And just make sure to hit that like button on your way out. I do have a couple videos out right now, as I mentioned, those 2 reviews. So if you guys want to go check that out, you can also find me on Wolfpack Wednesdays with the Jedi Knights Watch and D-Lo the Collector. But until next time, guys, make sure, no matter if you're having a really, really bad day and you just want to splurge money to make you feel better about things, or you're having a really great day and you want to celebrate a promotion, or it's your birthday, or you're just excited and happy and nothing's bothering you and you got money and whatever, no matter what it is, just make sure to choose to collect.